Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. We're getting our Final Fantasy XIV stream started today. We are approaching the end of the available patches, I think, for Endwalker. So we'll be seeing how far we get today. We have to travel to Camp Broken Glass, it looks like, for our next task. So let's get going here. And we'll go ahead and craft some more purple scripts if we need to. Take up some time later as well. We just got to craft a few more purple scripts for our remaining crafters tools, and we could do some gathering also for some purple scripts and white scripts actually, to get the rest of our books for gatherers and to get our tools, final tools for gatherer also. Well, let's head over to Camp Broken Glass and see where we're at here. We are in pursuit of Golbez, so we've taken down his minions. And, we're trying to figure out how to get to him next, I think. All right, Lucia. And allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Voidsent incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray, forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Indeed. We appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking unilateral action. It is no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only of the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is like to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his Voidsent horde, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet, even were we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relive personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Voidsent with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this cold. A natural thing to do might be to make them a fire, yes? But what if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay, the necessity of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct. Or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So, like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alphino and Alisei. With the rapport they have established with the Garlean people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. In the meantime, Urianger, might I ask that you remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? And let's see, where are they? They back over at Tertium? Yeah, we'll just port on over there then. I am glad to see you, Anne. Ritra has explained our present dilemma. 'Tis no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Thus, in the Ilsebard contingent, trust in the Ilsebard contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. Trust again. Well, it seems to me there's naught for it but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then perhaps we can begin working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at a station called Senatus, near the Sinoculum Imperialis. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where the people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others, save Zero. Might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Tapper's Den will have their own opinions. Alphino, if I may drag you along? Tertium we leave to you. You are no stranger to the people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Then it's settled. Once you've learned what you can, let's all meet in Forum Solius, where we'll have what I hope is a productive discussion. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Garlean people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions. Cut our rations or worse. No, no, forget I said anything, please. Tower of Babel, but what's it got to do with Voidsent? I can't say I understand. Still, your people have done much and more for us Garleans. If you say it's necessary, then that's good enough for me. Activate the Tower of Babel? Are you out of your mind? That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. Fee. That tower isn't right, I tell you. All those magics. Years ago, when I lived in the provinces, the locals razed our village to the ground with the stuff. Made things appear and disappear and fly and burn. I can still see it when I close my eyes. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about that tower any longer. It's unnatural. No, stop it. The tower is evil. It'll turn us all evil. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Euless is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. Not really. And may I present to you Lords Gnaeus and Metius, magistrates of our political council. They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilsebard contingent. I see Alphino and Alice have yet to arrive, though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The tower is the manifestation of Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it? Nay, we have had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea, nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory, Garlemald, and all that lies within her bounds is beholden to no one. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alphino and Alice to meet us there. Lord Medius, Lord Gnaeus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Ilsebard contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future, is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well, but know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. If it's settled then, you should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there after I see their excellencies safely to Tertium. Oh really? That was the last missing piece of our Garlemald map. How about that? Okay. Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Let's enter Senatus then. A big, long room of some sort. Oh, well, it looks just like Tertium. Okay, they used, what, the same setup for Tertium. Alright. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilsebard contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsebard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. Can't ride our chocobo in here. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much, our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life. What remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Understood, yeah. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, no. I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attack. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him, they refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech materiel for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains, we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement. Of course! Well do I understand the difficulty of your position. As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Okay. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Radzat Han and the people of Garlemald. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsabard contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. 'Tis no surprise, then, that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners for fear of indebting themselves further or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement, one that would restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. That would be awesome. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzat abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Radzat culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Radzat were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Neus and Medius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operations, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. Headed over to Tertium. Yeah. We'll just port on over there then. Crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Radzat, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. 'Tis true we do not want for Magitech and ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I could see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor. were a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Neas, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Medius, wait! It isn't safe out there. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maxima's care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. Those, don't I? Alright, Chocobo. Get out here and let's take down some for some more nuts. One more. All right, we can find one more. Here we go. Four more sacks of nuts. Awesome. That's all the stack. That finishes our stack of associate guild ship mark build. And that's something else we can do if we have time. We can complete our stack of mark bills. Let's see. Oh, there's a big purple glowy encounter circle. All right. All right, Medius, what you be doing there, buddy? I'm alive?
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Ulyss, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
Why we go that way?
So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. and round the wheel turns. During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately I was undone, overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, Would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
However you like.
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Thank you. I feel at last as though I've found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Euless. Right then. I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. We should join them. Full glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable? I do, and Nias, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Voidsent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. Have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzit Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Radzit-Han will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Radzit-Han holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that, through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars that you might convey them to those elsewhere. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. It is by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the ether tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await Y'shtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may. Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Azhdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Ajdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping. Will you do this for me?
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Man, it's great that we have such huge back pockets. We got magic back pockets so we can stuff those big things in there.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In Mare Elementorum, then. Go well.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on voice and summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied. The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye. A tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
Sounds like a decent idea. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiac's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void scent. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void scent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loporit's supporters would be suitable for this purpose. Urianger, Anne, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Livingway in Bestway's burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a void scent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray, do the same. He's upstairs, okay. Upstairs. Hey, buddy. There you are. Ishtola has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this void scent containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. And everybody goes off in a different direction. All right. Up here, yeah, there they are. Waiting, 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 and more waiting.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Hydaelyn, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
Don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement, we just might be able to do it in 2.
Okay.
This I leave to you.
The Loporrit's eyes twinkle with anticipation as they await your buoyant extolation. To wit, they yearn for you to rally their spirits. Okay. So we're gonna rally the Loporrits. Alright. Sleeping Way. What? Engage! Engage! Oh, sorry. I was in the midst of... Forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing and sleep-inducing, but I'll try to keep moving. Rally, rally. What a marvelous feeling! There's nothing like wild gesticulations of encouragement to fire you up. Whatever you say. Singing Way. With you cheering me on, I can do not less than my very best. Okay. Rowing way. Oh, thank you very, very much. You don't know how uplifting it is to have you encouraging us. I mean, showing us the proper techniques so we may keep our supporters operating at peak efficiency. My, everyone is in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we'll have the supporters up and running again in no time at all. Pray, attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new and improved Void-Sense slaughter bots to us.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
The red side of the moon. The brands are ready, I presume. Excellent. With the Loperates having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin Ashtola post-haste and prise open our gate unto the void. Look at that guy. Oh, I need those, don't I? Well, let's go down here away from Big Man there. All right. And that's it. That's all the senior guild ship marks now. I think we just have maybe some juniors left, perhaps. My thanks for seeing to the supporters. With this, all is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alphino and Alice in the Tower of Babel to channel ether to the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Urianger and I shall begin our incantations to open a void gate. If all goes well, a tear will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate the brands and put in place the containment seal. That is all. If there are no questions, then let us begin.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated, but give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
The moment of truth.
Great aim.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate. Is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands. Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
Oh, interesting.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this. So this is the promised land. The land of boundless ether.
Bonk.
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
There comes Reacher.
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
Unto the void once more.
This is the moon of the 13th.
It is. Ever since the flood, it has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void scent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground, I leave to you all.
Oh, can't get on our chocobo here. Well, I need to take just a brief intermission. It'll take me just like 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll be right back to continue the story. Thanks for your patience. We're back. All right, let's get moving on with this. We're on a red moon. We got to survey the area, so we got 3 points to look at. Survey says the surface of the moon is a grim shade of crimson, a consequence of the flood of darkness, perhaps. Seriously, we can't get on our chocobo. All right. Let's take a look at the map. Just curious here. Yeah, just kind of a limited area. All right, more surveying. No matter how you strain your eyes, you spy no signs of life. In all directions extends a desolate waste without end. What I can do, I can certainly use my Peloton and sprint and all that stuff. You hold your breath in an attempt to catch the faintest noise. Save for the sounds of your comrades, there is nothing. So far, you have failed to find any clues as to Ajdaya's whereabouts. Perhaps Zero has noticed something you missed.
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the Cradle of Darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Ajdaya is here, within this chasm.
Sister! Tis I, Vritra. I have come to rescue thee.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not?
Yeah, I have that big sucker right here in my little back pocket. What? Ow.
Oh, black hole
Vritra,
murder.
wherefore art thou here? Oh, thank goodness. 'Tis thee, dear sister. Truly thee. How long have I dreamed of this moment? Would that I could have found thee sooner, but I am here now. Let us return home together.
Seth est lis, na fes on, ne'er no rail ac
The thought filleth me with joy, but I fear it cannot be. Not even with the dragon's might can these chains be broken. For they are forged of the very will of the man named Golbez.
So this is indeed Golbez's domain.
Thou keepest company with mortals? I do. They are my stalwart allies, without whom I could not have come this far. Is that so? Then much time hath passed indeed. It doth feel like only yesterday that we were fighting the void-sent hordes the men of Alleg had unleashed on Mericidia. Desperate to save Tiamat, I flew into this lightless world to strike at the heart of the cloud of darkness's forces. But the void-sent I slew returned again and again, and before I knew it, the rift betwixt worlds had closed. I was stranded, bereft of strength. Thou didst save the lives of full many, sister. Today, we abide in harmony with men, working side by side and forging enduring bonds. Indeed, in the course of searching for thee, I did cross paths with many a noble mortal, with whom I built a nation of rich diversity. To thee I would show it, my beautiful Radzatan. I shall not rest until thou art free. When Golbez found me collapsed, the darkness ravaging my wounds, he spoke and said, "'Tis but a matter of time before you turn, but I have the power to stop it." And he did, for a price. I would remain myself, but bound, an everlasting feast for his minions, who supped upon my ether over thousands of years.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
If such is thine attempted encouragement, mortal, then thou art as graceless as Nidhogg. 'Twas Golbez who did weave this spell, and so his defeat should serve to unravel it. Would it suffice as a show of spirit were I to reveal what I know of the villain?
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Mayhap, in order to sustain the magic, he cannot travel far from this place. He doth prefer to send minions to carry out his will, but on occasion will himself ascend to the moon's surface. And every time, without fail, he will visit the same location to the south. Something of import lieth there, doubt not.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
Hey, Puzzled Wings, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today? We are working on completing the current state of patches from Final Fantasy XIV here. The others have already begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. I'll take charge of this area if you could see to the south. You bet I will. I will have fun. There's a point of interest. Let's see what it says. A glint from beneath the rock catches your eye.
Did you find something?
Doing pretty good. Saw a VOD playing Infinite Undiscovery. Didn't expect me to be streaming right now as well. Ah, okay. Yeah, we finished up our Infinite Undiscovery. We're now doing Radiata stories on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays currently. So we're gonna make our way through, I guess, a bunch of the Tri-Ace games, Valkyrie Profile, Star Ocean, that lot. So we started off with the Infinite Undiscovery on Xbox, and then moving on to Radiata stories currently on the PS2. It's been fun. So yeah, think about dropping in and joining us if you feel like it.
A Memoria. But whose?
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see! Oh, yes. You will.
In death may your soul find salvation.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I.
Come now, we are all shaped by these dark times more than we would care to admit. I choose to believe that, had these men known peace and plenty, they would not have been consumed by mistrust and avarice.
Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones.
Who is that?
Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriats taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
Oh my goodness. So that's who she met.
I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you.
Is that so?
If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era.
Only a precious few Memoriats remain who cling to the light. Would that we could have won her over.
We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help. Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron!
Had another vision of the past, did you? What? I was in it. It's them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this Memoria is...
So, you have come. You, who would oppose our crusade.
Tranquil.
Sister!
You. I know you.
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say. 'Tis impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form, but to remember your past besides. But that is of no moment. You are the Memoriat who vanquished my minions, correct?
And what if I am?
Then I would bid you join me as a child of our world and slave to the wheel. Fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you. More like fight as your pawn. It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes? When first you appeared, I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Speak plainly, jailer.
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
There's Daya. No.
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Archer!
Creature, thou must flee.
Rise, O Shadow Dragon, and obey! Kill him.
Whoa. Sister, please.
Damn you!
Keep our guests occupied.
Save her, I beg thee. Save my sister.
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end. The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you. Come, face me.
Rest assured, I need no invitation. there it is. The 7 buddy circle. Alright.
Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony. You will not deny us our release.
The Voidcast Deus. Alright. Alright, well, let's see. I think I am going to go back to Ul'dah and swap data centers so we're on a more populated data center. So that will involve another brief intermission here while we get that taken care of. So hang tight. We'll be back as soon as we've jumped data centers here. And we've made the jump. All right, check it out. We have some kind of a hat on us here. All right, now I better check, see if my gear is good enough. It looks like it's not. What do I need now? I need eye level 615. All right. I'm at 606. Good Lord. Okay. Well, rather than go through all the effort of being able to craft it all myself, I might just want to go ahead and buy some here. Let's see, what all can we use? We could use, we've got 640 weapon. We got us a hat last time, but that's too low. Body piece we could get. Of course, oh yeah, our hands and legs we probably should upgrade. What a bother. Oh well. 615. All right. So hands and legs might help us out here. How much for that? 640 hands. Yeah, we'll take that, I guess. And what about legs? And we'll buy the legs too, I guess. And they all got added to inventory, so let's go ahead and do some desynthing here to get this stuff underway. Alright, put those in the armory chest. Out. There, that gets us, excuse me, to 619. I think I need some water here. Alright. Now we can get queued up for that. It says maybe 8 minutes. And we can get back over on the culinary and craft us up some more purple scripts, collectibles. Alrighty, let's see here. So we'll see how long this takes to get in there. There's already 2 DPS, well, including me, I guess. There's another DPS waiting as well, it looks like, currently. And normally what I would be doing here, if I was leveling another character up here, going through these, I would get their crafting jobs all outfitted and geared and able to craft high quality of all of this gear before I even jumped into the dungeons and the other duties. Just to save some money. Takes a lot of time, but at least I wouldn't be having to buy them off the market board like that. Probably be spending money on spending a lot of money on the ingredients, I'm sure. But there's just something about having your own name stamped on the crafted goods when you're wearing them. But for the sake of expediency and saving time, we'll just buy for the stream anyways. I think we just have 2 more crafter jobs we've got to buy primary and secondary tools for, if I recall correctly. I don't know, average wait time has bumped up to 11 minutes now. We're only 5.5 minutes into the queue currently. Oh, wait time is bumped up to 14 minutes now. We are 8 minutes into our queue. Better trade those in. I don't want to have too much. Too much in my inventory here. Okay, almost. Let's see. I can make 3 more. That might be enough. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe just shy. May have to grab us one more Psychon, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. see, queue average wait time's up to 17 minutes currently, and we are 11 and a half minutes into the queue now. Still just me and another DPS going as waiting. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Oh yeah, we're probably going to need one more. Yeah, need one more cycle. Looks like. Yeah, rather than go, well, let's see, we'd be spending $34.90 to buy those. We can go teleport for less than that, can't we? We can teleport for less than that. 746, and then it's a free teleport back to Ul'dah, so let's do that. The time involved is not too bad. There we go. That'll get us started on some more later if we want. We've got a healer in the queue with us currently. Average wait time's up to 20 minutes now, and we are at 14 minutes into the queue currently. We got 2,000, and I think that's enough to get all the rest of our tools. Yeah, we're just needing Weaver and Alchemist there. Alright, let's get those equipped. Alright, and let's see, what kind of, we've got 3816 craftsmanship, 3467 control. What is required for the new stuff? We need 3950 craftsmanship and 3660 control. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of work, isn't it? So we'll have to figure something out on that later. Now, for our our gatherers, we still need the secondary tools and our fishing rod, the fisher. Right. And some and some more tokens so that we can buy the rest of our books for gathering too. Oh, the healer's gone. They're not in the queue anymore. Average wait time's up to 23 minutes. Alright, so what I'll do now is we'll go do some purple script farming to see if we can get the rest of those tools. Pull up my notes. And let's see, here we are at, well, coming up on 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we'll go to Palika's stand as a miner. Was I looking at the right thing here? 4 o'clock. Oh, I can't do it on this world, can I? I have to be on my home world. Yeah. Alright. I guess what we'll do is gather... if we can. I don't even know if we can gather... we probably can't gather white scripts either, can we? Yeah. That's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Well, boo. Yep, that one's not popping either. Alright, yeah, those timed nodes are not going to appear while I'm on a different server here, apparently. Alright, well, let's see, what can we do instead then? Back to Ul'dah for now. Let's see, we've got 38, 274. Let's exhaust some of those. Oh, there it is. Good. All right. This is where I was last time we were waiting for a queue to pop. All right. Anyhow, let's go ahead and jump into that. Oh, good. Just hope we can get through it okay. I will muddle my way through it one way or another here, I guess. Wish me luck. Knight in Black, Golbez.
expect no mercy. To destroy you, I shall bring my all to bear. Come, warriors from beyond the rift. If you would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation. This place shall be your tomb. I will free us from the wheel.
Didn't see that.
Where my rime-kissed blades, I will suffer no obstacles.
Alright.
No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge! Such is your power. Come forth, my servant of shadow. With abyssal dark and hero slaves, I bring my people liberation.
Whoa. Alright.
You shall know true terror! Dragon, hear me and obey! Crush them! Bathe them in black flame! My meteors will extinguish your light!
Okay.
A raging gale to rend you asunder!
Healers are up. Tanks are up.
Look to the heavens for your doom!
Okay. Holy crap.
You wretch! Come forth, my servant of shadow! shadow. Let's lightning surge!
I don't think I've got a chance here.
A raging gale to rend you asunder. Be gone!
Totally missed. Oh, and our healers are down. That's it. That is it.
Dragon, hear me and obey.
Back up. Both healers are back up.
Look to the heavens for your doom! Wear my rime-kissed blades! This place shall be your tomb! Crush them! Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light!
I'm just getting wiped out too easily here. I'm having all my gear best would have been a big help here. Now I'm barely over the minimum.
Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge!
Go team! Easy to tell this is my first time on this one, isn't it?
To rend you asunder!
Trusting where someone else was standing. That was a mistake. Oh.
Be gone!
Ooh, one healer down. Well, heck. 1 DPS and 2 tanks.
Dragon, hear me and obey.
Oh no, there's the healer. There we go.
To the heavens for your doom. Wear my rime-kissed blades. This place shall be your tomb.
for me to keep track of, I'm afraid.
My meteors will extinguish your light.
Probably should have waited a bit to allow myself to get rezzed. Oh, come on. No. One healer, one tank up.
Come forth, my servant of shadow!
That's what's maddening. You get so close to the end like that, and then have to start it all over again. Oh gosh, he's gonna have to eat that. They got the other healer res.
A raging gale to rend you asunder.
What are you doing?
Be gone!
There's a DPS up. Tank, 2 healers. Oh, DPS is down. One of the healers is down. Back to 1 tank, 1 healer. They're giving it a go.
Dragon, hear me and obey.
Healers just needing to stay up long enough where they can do a
Look
quick
to the
cast.
heavens for your doom. Where my rime-kissed blades.
Oops.
This place shall be your tomb. Crush them!
There's the other healer up. Oh, that's not looking good. They're going back down. They're like me, they probably have just one
Render
more
unto
hero.
me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light!
Oh no, now it's just 1 tank. That's it. Yeah. Retry. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Battle commencing.
If you would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation. This place shall be your tomb.
Whoops, I gotta get out of that.
I will free us from the wheel.
Play. Yeah.
Where my rime-kissed blades. I will suffer no obstacles. No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge! Such is your power. Come forth, my servant of shadow. With abyssal dark and hero blades, I bring my people liberation. Shall know true power! Dragon, hear me and obey! Crush them! Bathe them in black flame!
How did I get out of that?
My meteors will extinguish your light! A raging gale to rend you asunder!
Whoops, that was a mistake.
Look to the heavens for your doom! You wretch! Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Be gone!
Get out of that one, did I? And it's time for me to just start falling.
Dragon, hear me and obey! Look to the heavens for your doom! Where my rime-kissed blades!
Can I get there? There you go.
This place shall be your tomb! Crush them! Render unto me your all! My meteor will extinguish your light! Gale to rend you asunder!
Oh, I hate this one. Well, yep, I didn't think I was getting out of that.
Be gone!
Yeah, and one of the healers went down.
Dragon, hear me and obey! Look to the heavens for your doom! Where my rime-kissed blades!
We gotta get going. Oh, I didn't make it.
This place shall be your tomb! Crush them! Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light!
We're getting close. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? I just put a little bit of a dent in, I guess.
Come forth, my servants of shadow! Let lightning surge!
Got him! Yeah! Made it through that one. Oh my gosh.
My power.
Woo! Oh.
Even my blade. So, this is the limit of my defiance.
Are you all right?
What's happening?
At last, the moment is at hand. You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm.
Oh?
You've won the battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss, until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty voidsent. Now feast. Feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it. From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds. Upon you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation, I bestow the name of a hero of Eld. Zeromus! Awaken!
Zeromus. Oh my gosh.
No matter how powerful, a voidsent can be sealed in Memoria.
Oh no.
Damn it. It's too strong.
Yeah, no matter how powerful, huh?
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a void scent born of Zodiark's ether.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or am kin. Test na in an.
Wow. Oh my god, wow. We made it back safely at least. Yeah. The Dark Throne. Alright. We're gonna get an orchestration scroll. In light of this development, that we escaped with our lives is an accomplishment unto itself. Would that we could have anticipated Ajdaya's yearning to return home could be manipulated in this fashion. Alas, we must now contend with a newborn void scent, hell's-bent on breaching the rift, and one with such prodigious strength. Zeromus is unlike anything I have ever seen. So named for an ancient hero, as Golbez said, though none can say if there is even a sliver of truth to the legends. Perhaps Golbez chose it in the hopes that his champion will do that which no one could in the Contra Memoria, save the world. But a true hero would not damn another world to save his own. And we're not about to let that happen, but regardless, we need to regroup. Aye, loath though I am to admit it, we are in no state to face a void scent of Zeromus's might. Vritra, not least of all, in body and mind both. For now, let us return to Radzit Han and take stock of the situation. Very well. Anne, might I trouble you to head to Bestway's Burrow and apprise Urianger of the situation? The rest of us shall tend Vritra's wounds before returning to Radzit Han. Pray, join us there anon. I am so glad to get through that one. Boy. Oh, is he still up top? Yeah, Urianger is still up top here. There we go. Ah, Anne, thou art returned. I am pleased to say it hath been blessedly uneventful in your absence, but more importantly, what of your mission in the void? Heavens forfend! That Ajdaya should be used to birth a dread void scent born of Zodiark's residual ether. Although we could not have predicted this outcome, there is one small mercy, the void scent containment seal. As we employed the self-same brands that once imprisoned Zodiark in its creation, the seal should serve to hinder Zeromus. Yet for how long, none can say. For our enemy's strength is unknowable, whilst the barrier was erected in haste. Thou shalt rejoin our comrades anon to deliberate measures, yes? Then I shall remain here to maintain my vigil over the seal. Should we observe signs of an impending incursion, rest assured I shall send word without delay. Go well, my friend. Hello, accommodating official. Ah, Mistress Anne, we have been expecting you. When the satrap and your comrades returned earlier, I couldn't help but notice that they were in low spirits. I hope it is nothing too serious. But forgive me, you must be eager to join them, if you would follow me.
Do you remember Ciriato and Farfarello? The cowardly pair of Voidsent that dwelled in my domain? Ciriato devoured Farfarello, and in so doing he inherited an all-consuming fear of Barbariccia. For as you know, when a Voidsent is devoured, it doesn't simply cease to be. Its soul persists within the devourer. And when a Voidsent dies, all the souls that harbored may break free to become individual entities once more. That is to say, by defeating Zeromus, we may yet save Azdaja. And to make certain that we do, we must remind her of who she is. When the time comes, you must call to her. Call with all your being.
Thy words give me heart, Zero. Thou hast my gratitude.
Then it's settled. Our objective is to defeat Zeromus.
Zeromus, okay.
While it is unsettling that a Voidsent could be born of Zodiac's ether, its very nature may render it susceptible to the brands that once contained him. Did Urianger have aught to say? I see. If the seal may not hold for long, then haste is paramount.
Couldn't we just let it come to the source and strike it down here?
Doing so would consign Azdaja's soul to the ethereal sea. Any attempt to ensure her survival demands that we deal with Zeromus in the 13th.
I could barely go near it. Never mind land a blow. So thick was the shroud of darkness. How do you propose we fight such a foe?
Simple. Against impenetrable darkness, we must wield resplendent light. And it just so happens, there is a world replete with light.
Oh, there is.
The question of how we will harness that light, you may leave to me. With our recent discoveries and proven techniques, as well as the aid of comrades near and far, I have faith that we will find a way. But only if I begin my work at once. Rest up while you can, for there will be much to do when I return.
It wouldn't do to be idle while our esteemed sorceress labors tirelessly. I shall be training if you have need of me.
Wait. Allow me to join you. I must become stronger for what lies ahead.
Fine by me. Come on then.
I shall not pass my time wallowing in despair. Using my vessel, I shall attend what preparations I may.
Ajdaya is my sister, and long have I dreamed of saving her. But if I am to do so, I must be better than I have been. Blessed though I am to have you and yours as comrades, I cannot well ask you to lift me up every time doubt and despair creep into my heart. I won't falter again, this I swear. I will hold fast to my conviction, Anne, and I pray that you will stand with me to the last. Meanwhile, on the moon of the 13th,
Zeromus is risen, but not yet at full strength. It will take time before the fiend is able to breach the veil. But what is another moment on this long journey I have endured? It remains as fresh as if it were yesterday. Old friend, the memory of your passing and the pain. As I promised you then, I promise you now, they shall sing of Golbez, the hero who shattered the wheel and brought salvation to the world.
From light's embrace to shadows deep, a world to save, an oath to keep. To be continued. All right, well, we are finished with the current state of the patches for Final Fantasy XIV here. Go ahead and use that orchestration roll. So we'll head back to Ul'dah. And we might as well go back up here, check on our adventure squad, get us some materials we can sell from the quartermaster here, which is what we were in the middle of trying before we got called into our duty. We'll just buy up a bunch of coke for sale here. Let's see, we can turn in a bunch of stuff here. Let's see, scouting, yeah. Spending. Okra slaying, healing, striking, casting, scouting. Keep the maiming, I guess. This $5.95. Spending more maiming stuff. Aiming. Guess I was wearing that one a little while ago. We got us a new ring to replace that one. Bunch of our aiming gear. Been a while since we cleared out our gear here, isn't it? It's level 87. Save those slaying and maimings for Reaper if we decide to level that up. Aiming, we've got Total War, Samurai. Scouting. Striking can go. Okay, we've used up the seals for that. Buy up some more coke, I guess. We're at level 80 gear now. Aiming and maiming. Striking. And casting. Bending. That'll do, I think. How did that do? Freed up a bit of, yeah, a little bit of armory chest, I guess. Return from their mission. They failed. Oh, that's too bad. Comprehensive training complete. Let's see what we can send them on here. Still not good enough to do that. Almost there. Almost there. Get a few more levels. They might be a good enough party. We'll give it a try, I guess. Worst that can happen is they can fail. Maybe still get some experience. Alright, comprehensive, and that'll level up some of the lower level folks too. Alright, well I guess that's where we will leave it for today. Let's see if we can go to a... see if we can do a raid here today, if there's one worth doing. Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right, hang tight. We're going to get a raid going here to RKO, the mic. But I'd like to thank you all for hanging with me. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. And we hope to see you tomorrow for, who knows, we will pick something new to start tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.